There is a stitch called the hand look quilt stitch. It's in row 2, stitch number 2. Now when you put it on, it actually says foot P, which is actually your 1/4 inch foot. You can also use this with a walking foot. Notice the tension has been tightened. Now how this works is, first off, it's how you set it up, and I'm probably going to go and tighten that tension even more. First, you need clear thread in your needle. So we're going to go ahead and remove our top thread. I always clip it and pull it out the bottom. Then that way I'm not pulling up any extra dust as I remove that thread. And I'm actually going to put on a spool stand. This is a Husqvarna Viking Mega Spool Stand. I like it because it is easy to put on. When it comes out of the package, it actually has got 2 pieces here. It kind of folds and attaches, and then it goes right on top of either one of these. We can put a vertical spool pin, there we go, and then this will sit. Why do I do a thread stand? Oh, because clear thread just has a mind of its own. Right now I'm getting 3 threads wrapped up. There we go. I'll just kind of remove that. And by having it on a thread stand, it will kind of let this kinky part work its way out while it's going through the machine. Also, it won't get tangled at the opposite end. And then that will make sure that, well, other issues don't happen. It's like a teenager. You really kind of need to know how to control it so it does not get the best of you. Okay, so we have invisible thread through the needle. And I'm going to go ahead and do some stitches, and then we'll just see what it looks like as we start off. So this is a manipulated stitch. I'm sure somebody along the way had their tensions all messed up and thought, ooh, this looks like I did it by hand. Now I'm just barely getting a little bit of my bobbin thread, which is green, being pulled up. So we're going to go ahead, and I usually take this up to like 7.5 to 8. So let's just go right to 8, and I'll see if I'm getting what I'm looking for. There we go. Let me go ahead and do a little stitching, and then you'll be able to see it. Okay, so with the tension really, really tight, it's pulling the bobbin thread up. So what it looks like is it's been stitched by hand. What it does, now see where we started? I didn't have much of the bobbin thread coming up. It just came up a little bit, but didn't actually complete that stitch. So what it does is it stitches forward, and then it stitches back. When it goes back, it is really strong, so it drags the bobbin thread up. And then does a stitch in the back to lock it, and then it stitches forward and forward again. Where that second forward stitch is where it looks like there's no stitch. That's the part that is clear thread showing, so it makes it look like you did a stitch by hand. And then it does this sequence again. Forward, back, pulls the bobbin thread up, and then locks it, stitch, stitch. So on the back it shows all that solid stitching, but on the front people will go, did you do that by hand? And that's what you're after. So it is a manipulated stitch. I've had some battings offer different results with the same thread, and so sometimes you might have I always do a cotton batting. It tends to work well, and whatever's in your bobbin is what's going to show on the top.